Mary Ann, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Katie?
Yes, Your Honor.
Roll call, or call the meeting to order, roll call.
Donahue?
Here.
McKnight?
Here.
Roa?
Here.
Vogel? Here. Stearns?
Here. Pledge of allegiance, if you're able to stand, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. If you have a cell phone, iPhone, iPad, you could mute it. I'll guarantee you forget to tell you to turn it on. Do we have anybody signed up for public agenda?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. So we're going to go ahead and do the oath of office. We're going to do it right this time. Okay. I'm going to turn it over to you, and then...
And I will turn over to Chief Todd to introduce William Barber.
I'd like to introduce the council William Barber. William will be our newest police officer. He's from Westfield, New York, a small town located in Chautauqua County. He attended SUNY Fredonia and earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice with a minor in sociology. Once he attended the police academy at Mercyhurst in 2016, he has since worked for LECOM, UPMC Hammond Police Department, Cambridge Springs Police Department, and the Northeast Borough Police Department. William told me repeatedly how eager he is to serve the community of Meadville, and he's looking forward to working alongside the other officers in the department. So this is William Barber.
Could I have a, can you read the resolution, please?
There is no resolution, I just need a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Donahue?
Aye.
McKnight?
Aye.
Roa?
Aye.
Vogel? Aye. Stearns?
If you want to come forward, I'll swear you in. Please raise your right hand, please. Repeat after me. I, William Barber,
I, William Barber,
solemnly swear and affirm
solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey,
obey,
and defend the Constitution of the United
and
States
defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth.
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth.
And I will discharge the duty of my office with fidelity.
I will discharge duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations, welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
Westfield's a neat place. I used to have a house on Route 5.
Oh, really? It's a nice little
Nice
community.
place.
Nope, just that one.
Thank you very much.
You want this one signed or the other?
This one. I'll get you this one.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Welcome aboard. Notices of executive sessions, Katie.
Your Honor, no executive sessions.
A motion to approve the minutes of November 17th, published. Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Donahue?
Aye.
McKnight?
Aye.
Roa?
Aye.
Vogel? Aye. Stearns?
Aye. And then we also have November 23rd
So
study
moved.
session. Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Donahue?
Aye.
McKnight?
Aye.
Roa?
Aye.
Vogel? Aye. Stearns?
All right, well, you guys are going faster than I'm trying here. Tim said we're going to be out of here in 15 minutes, and I said, I don't know. Email requesting help for small businesses and communication, Katie.
Your Honor, we received an email on Monday, November 22nd from George Henretti. He is sending the email to voice his concerns and opinion about the city helping their local small businesses, such as himself, with funds instead of the money the city received, or is going to receive, to be put into the city's budget fund. He thinks that if the city would help its small businesses, if word got out that they did this, then it would draw other small businesses to Meadville, because with the hospital buying up every tax exempt property, the city will soon not have any tax money to do anything with.
Thank you. Manager's report.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just have a couple of items. So one, a reminder that Light Up Night is this Friday. It starts at 5 p.m. Light Up Night. The lighting up of the tree at gazebo will happen at 6 p.m. Santa will be there. There'll also be 38 light sculptures around the diamond and throughout town. We also have the Heidi Cooper Park Draft Master Plan Public Open Houses. That will be held Monday, December 6th at 5 p.m. and then again Tuesday, December 7th at 12 p.m. The giving tree is out back by the police station, stocked with hats, gloves, socks. Anybody can take items that they need. And if anybody is wishing to donate items, they can drop those off at the police station. City has also begun selling downtown dollars. These can be spent at various locations and small businesses throughout town. They are available at the city building, treasurer office, and $5, $10, and $25 increments. And lastly, Santa will be coming around town again on the fire truck like we did last year. This will be held on December 18th. This year, though, we're going to end at the Crawford County Professional Building on Chestnut and Market. This will be a meet and greet with Santa at 3 p.m. Pictures will be available for purchase, $5 for pictures. We're also going to do a toy drive, and all of the toys and proceeds will go to Toys for Tots.
Great, very nice.
And it's all here.
That's it?
Yep.
That's quite a bit. Thank you.
Sorry, can we ask a question?
Oh, absolutely.
The open houses for the Heidi Cooper draft plan, those they're both 2-hour blocks and people can come into the city building throughout the 2-hour block
Absolutely.
to view? Okay.
Yeah, 5 to 7 Monday and 12 to 2 on Tuesday.
Okay, thanks. That's it.
Sean, anything? Anything for the manager? No. Council members' priority. The home rule. I understand that city manager had an opportunity to meet with the county commissioners and had a meeting. Working in that direction.
Correct, yes. Yep.
Okay. Maintaining comprehensive multi-year capital improvement plan, town hall on the countywide reassessment. Anybody have anything to add with that? Okay, under council members' reports, anybody have anything to report instead of going down through all the list?
I don't. No.
Hold up. Sean? Let's see. Okay, make that quick. Authority, boards, and commission. Katie?
Your Honor, there are still 2 vacancies on the Market Authority. We're just trying to schedule interviews for that. Reappointments, those that are up for reappointment did receive notification. Everybody who's up did express an interest in being reappointed. The list is as follows. John Bryce for Civil Service Board, Richard Zen for the Housing Authority, Shana Morrison for Meadville Area Recreation Authority, Rachel O'Brien for Meadville Area Sewer Authority, Jason Ramsey for the Planning Commission, Joseph Galbo for the Shade Tree Commission, John Pataglia, Rob Humphreys, and Emil Spatafor for the Zoning Hearing Board. So if council so chooses, we could reappoint that slate tonight.
And they all want reappointed.
They do. They all expressed an interest in being reappointed.
Okay. None of the authorities contacted us for any other reason?
No.
Okay. I'm fine with reappointment.
Can we do a blanket?
Yes.
All right, so I would move to reappoint the slate of 9 individuals who have expressed interest in being reappointed to various boards, authorities, and commissions.
I second that.
Any other discussion? No? Appreciate them doing it. It does take personal time away from their lives. Appreciate it when there are individuals out there willing to give up their time. So with that, roll call.
Donahue?
Aye.
McKnight?
Aye.
Roa?
Aye.
Vogel? Stearns?
Aye. Under new business, we have an ordinance first and second reading. Katie?
An ordinance of the City of Meadville, Crawford County, Pennsylvania, adopting and establishing a budget for all funds of the City of Meadville for year 2022, including the general fund, debt and capital funds, liquid fuels program fund, stormwater management program fund, parking fund, real estate management funds, and special revenue funds, appropriating specific sums estimated to be required for the specific purposes of the various programs and funds of the City of Meadville for 2022, and establishing authorized maximum personnel complements for certain departments of the City of Meadville for 2022.
Motion, please.
So be it.
Second.
I'll second.
Discussion.
So per council's consensus at the last meeting, the 2022 budget will be balanced using $662,000 of the American Rescue Plan Act funds, along with a one-time transfer of $130,757 from the rate stabilization fund.
Any comments?
I have a question on section 5 of the ordinance. Covered parking spaces and uncovered parking spaces. Does the 6th floor of the parking garage fall under category 1 or 2? Because it's uncovered.
2.
2, okay.
Any other comments or questions? Sean? Autumn?
I'll reiterate what I said last time. My opinion stands. I think it is short-sighted, both to use rate stabilization and American Rescue Plan Act funds to fill this deficit. Doesn't set us up for a good position in the future. For those of us looking ahead, that is worrisome.
That's it?
Yeah.
Larry, any comments? Jim?
No?
Roll call.
Donahue?
Aye.
McKnight?
Aye.
Roa?
Aye,
Vogel?
No.
Stearns?
Aye. Second reading motion, please.
so moved.
Second.
Second?
Any other discussion, last 5 seconds? Roll call.
Donahue?
Aye.
McKnight?
Aye.
Roa?
Aye,
Vogel?
No.
Stearns?
Aye. We have a resolution authorizing a 10-year benefit pension plan. Case.
A resolution of the council of the city of Meadville permitting a 10-year amortization period for gains or losses in the now closed defined benefit fund. Resolved by the council of the city of Meadville that whereas the city of Meadville sponsors the police pension plan, the fireman's pension plan, and the employee's pension plan, which were established by the city and which have been restated and amended from time to time since its restatement. And whereas, as a result of the establishment of a defined contribution arrangement for new hires, the plan's actuary has recommended that the city make an election under Section 202B4 of Act 202 to limit the amortization of unfunded accrued liability contribution component of the minimum municipal obligation to the equivalent of a 10-year amortization. And whereas the actuary for the plans has supplied its certification of the plan funding ratio, which is attached hereto and incorporated herein. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Meadville that the city does by this resolution hereby 1, make the election under Section 202B4 of Act 205, effective January 1st, 2021, to limit the amortization of unfunded accrued liability contribution component of the minimum municipal obligation to the equivalent of a 10-year amortization. And 2, city officers, employees, and advisors are authorized to take such action as necessary or helpful to accomplish the above course of action.
Motion, please.
Motion?
Second.
I will second.
Discussion. Mary Ann, give it to you.
Nope.
Tim?
I was going to go right to Tim. I thought, no, we're going to go through the chain.
Let me try to do a little bit. So,
You got 5 minutes.
okay, oh heck. So every 2 years, there's an actuarial study done, and there's assumptions made by the actuaries. And so when they do that, there's certain assumptions, whether it's interest rates, lives of people, how long they're going to be retired, many assumptions. So every 2 years, it's either they've met the assumptions or they haven't met the assumptions. So you have gains or losses to the fund. So those gains or losses can be amortized over a 15-year period for certain gains and losses and a 20-year period for other gains and losses. The defined benefit plan was closed in 2014 when we created the defined contribution plan. So as the active people shorter to retirement starts to narrow, meaning below 15, below 10 years, we would have to only go as far as the expected retirement date of active people. So that could go below 10, it could go to 5, it could go to, and so if you had a gain or loss that was a very large amount, you would end up paying it all in 1 year. So what this does is says no matter what that calculation is, the amortization period will always be 10 years till we get to that point. I don't know if that helped you or not. No.
You're the wizard.
It's
Jim, is he all right with this?
He's all right with it.
All right, there you go.
It's relevant now because the plan's closed, right? So people are aging out of that defined benefit portion of our retirement plan, right? So we don't want to be put in a position where you have to make up that MMO amount in a really short amount of time, because that would be budget breaking.
And a couple of years ago, we had a discussion about trying to amortize, or to try to capitalize the funding of the program. Remember that? I think it's just before you retired. And we had the bond council come in and everybody else and said, no, we really don't want to do that. I think we did it a number of years ago, but in this particular case, it was not deemed to be the best course of action.
Any other questions or comments?
Can you explain, what is the MMO?
It's the minimum municipal obligation to the pension fund. It relates also to the state aid that we get, Tim, right? Is that right? But the minimum obligation is what the city pays, right?
Yeah.
Towards the pension plan, because we get audited. Is it that we could complete our internal audit every 2 years? I don't know if the state.
The state actually does it usually on a 2-year
Right.
basis, yeah. But the MMO says how much the city has to put in the fund. And it's based on police, fire, and non-uniformed people. And most of the calculation is done by the actuaries, and then it says this is the minimum amount that you have to fund that pension for.
Right.
Who are the actuaries that are doing?
Cowden and Associates out of Pittsburgh. I think we've been with them since 1989. They've gone through various name changes, but essentially the same people.
Any other comments, questions? Roll call.
Donahue?
Aye.
McKnight?
Aye.
Roa?
Aye.
Vogel?
Aye.
Stearns?
All right. We have a resolution, the IT support agreement, Katie.
A resolution of the council of the city of Meadville authorizing signatures on a master services agreement between the city of Meadville and TechWorks. Resolved by the council of the city of Meadville that the attached agreement is hereby approved and adopted substantially in the form attached hereto, subject to final approval by the city solicitor, as and for a binding and effective agreement of the city of Meadville in accord with its terms. And the mayor, controller, and city clerk are hereby authorized and directed to execute and to attest such copies of the attached agreement in the manner required by law as may be reasonably required for the purposes of the parties thereto.
Motion,
Motion?
I'll second.
discussion.
As council is aware, previously we worked with Hagan for our IT support. Decided that in the best interest of the city that we move over to TechWorks. TechWorks is a company out of Erie. This contract is slightly more expensive than the Hagan contract. However, the amount of IT support that we will receive is to the level that we need. And the opinion of the city staff is that that is worth the slightly increased cost.
So they're going to be available when we need them.
That's correct, it'll be 24/7
Good.
tech support, and then every person within the city staffing will be allowed to contact TechWorks directly instead of having to go through a process of contacting somebody who then gets in touch with the IT department.
Sounds like they can provide the services we need.
They work with a lot of other municipalities in the area, so they have the familiarity with how a municipality needs to operate with IT.
Who prepared the contract? Did our council prepare it?
There's been extensive back and forth.
Okay.
Bennett Gould was also involved. We finished it up actually last night. It's completely appropriate. One of the important parts is either side can terminate with 60 days' notice, just in case we weren't happy with the new provider. But they've been great to work with so far, and the prior provider's been great in his accommodating the transition to the new one. So they're both doing what they need to do to make sure the IT stays on track. I think it should be, hopefully, go as well as it can with IT things, switching over to a new one. But yeah, the new folks have been great.
So you're comfortable with
The contract, yes.
the contract as drawn?
Thanks for working on it. I knew there was a lot of communication going back and forth, and it's always great when you're doing a transition. that
Bennett
everybody's-
Gould did a lot of the work too before he left. He had worked with them extensively.
We thank him for that. He's moving on to something different, but we thank him for what he's done. Any other comments from council? Roll call?
Donahue?
Aye.
McKnight?
Aye.
Roa?
Aye.
Vogel?
Aye.
Stearns?
Aye. Autumn, I'll start with you with council member statements.
Thanks. I'll reiterate Mary Ann's point earlier. This weekend is light at night in Meadville at 6. There's lots going on downtown, and folks should make a plan to attend. Additionally, there's an open house from 4 to 6 at 847 Market Street. I encourage folks to check that out as well. Thanks.
Sean?
The light up night, they have ice sculptures that are really neat downtown. So take the kids down and take a look, and there's a lot of very nice shops downtown people haven't seen yet. They make the trip, especially if it's nice. I don't know what the weather's gonna be nice. Who knows?
Anything else?
Nope.
Larry?
Yeah, just everyone come out and enjoy, especially if the weather's nice, come out and see. I've been walking and looking, and there are a couple new things downtown. It's interesting to see people coming back, small stores opening. Kind of reminds me of the way Meadville used to be when you couldn't walk down Chestnut Street. And again, it's dark when the kids get up. It's dark a lot of times when we get home, so everyone drive careful. And there's black ice is out, so please be careful.
Thank you. Jim?
Thank you. It's that time of year, and I'm going to ask you all to open your hearts and your pocketbooks and donate generously to organizations such as the Jimmy Moore Party, who handle gifts for disadvantaged kids, Toys for Tots, the Salvation Army, and Center for Family Services, all of whom have programs for those who are less fortunate. So please, if you can afford to be generous and to help these organizations, please do so. That's part of what makes our community a great place in which to live. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas.
Great. I'm going to start with, if you haven't saw today's paper, the Tribune did a great article on the grant monies that were given out to the 28 different businesses. And if you hadn't had a chance to read that article, I would really encourage you to do that. There's a lot of funding out there to help the local businesses, and I believe 28 businesses took advantages of those to help them through the rough times. So we tell Sharon and you guys, thank you for doing that. I thought it was very interesting and a good read. And with that, we've had an awful lot of accidents today. If you haven't been paying attention or haven't often, at least one life was lost. People start slowing down, okay? What Larry said about black ice, come up very quickly, no control over it. I don't care if you have a four-wheel drive, you're not gonna stop a four-wheel drive on ice. So just start slowing down, especially what happened out on 79, the rollover. Take the corners a little slower, Your life's more important than getting there on time. I'd rather have people late for things than end up in the morgue. So please drive carefully, especially with the season. Come down and enjoy the city this Friday. I believe we're going to have a proclamation we'll have ready to be read. I've invited the mayor-elect to be with me at the gazebo that night so we can introduce her. She can start getting over the feel of meeting with the public. So looking forward, hoping she'll be able to make that. With that, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second. Roll call.
Donahue?
Aye.
McKnight?
Aye.
Roa?
Aye.
Vogel?
Aye.
Stearns?
All right. Thank you for being here. Turn your cell phones off.